In this video, we will discuss the probable cases workflow and how case investigators and contact tracers are involved in this workflow in the Dr. Justina application. Key concepts from this video include understanding how to create a probable case and understanding the role that case investigators and contact tracers play in the workflow, as well as the role that supervisors play in the approval and rejection process. We will discuss how to know when to turn a contact into a probable case. First, I'm going to go to all contacts and select a contact. Let's say that I'm going to use a particular one that I had found before, and we'll use this one. So let's say we're looking for this particular contact, and we are going to be able to convert the contact to a case directly here using this form. But if we're not sure whether it should be converted to a case or not, we can go to the contact notification form. Inside of the clinical information section, you'll notice it says, if converting to new probable case, complete this section first. And here's where we'll get hints to convert it to a probable case if necessary. We have various instructions for the interviewer, and then we'll ask about a variety of symptoms. For example, maybe they have a fever and chills. If that's the case, then they are symptomatic, and that matches what we said here. Now that we have those answers selected up here, this has actually appeared. Originally, when I opened this form and there were no symptoms, this section wasn't here, but it says, based on the information provided above, this contact is symptomatic and therefore a potential case. And here we have the clinical criteria to be turned into a case. At least 2 of the following symptoms, fever, chills, etc. Since I selected both fever and chills, this contact should be converted to a probable case according to this criteria. We'll put in the first date of symptoms and can provide more information here regarding the symptoms and illness. And at the end of this form now, we will see an option to take me to the convert to probable case form. And based on that guidance there, we would want to select this to go ahead and go to that form. But I was missing a few required fields, so I'll just add in another. And then I'll proceed using the next error button, last date of contact. I'll put something there. Next error, let's say this is only a partial interview completed, and I think I am missing this reason. I see. Okay, still in progress, let's say. Now I should be able to submit the contact notification form and proceed to the convert contact to a case form. This one is a really simple form because it starts by asking, do you want to change this contact to a case? Yes, we're coming here to change it to a probable case. But now there's the option to not only convert it to a probable case, but potentially it could be a confirmed case or a suspect case. In this video, we'll primarily focus on probable cases, but do note that when converting a contact to a case, there are also the options to convert it to a confirmed or to a suspect case if they meet that criteria. Here we're going to go ahead and convert it to a probable case. When we submit this form, what it will do is set the current status to closed on this Bill Oliver contact and set the final disposition to converted to a case. So converted to a probable case here, it'll be marked as. So basically, depending on whether you mark it as converted to confirmed, probable, or suspect, there will be case properties on that contact showing that that's what happened to it. So it's easy to trace back, and even though we're closing out that contact, we can still see what happened to it, for example, converted to probable case. So if we go into all closed contacts, we should now be able to find this one that just got closed. Yep, so you can see it was converted to a case and it is closed. So the final disposition is just converted to case, but just so you know, in the back end, there are also other properties that help mark what happened to it, whether it was probable, suspect, or confirmed. And so we don't need to do anything with that contact, but instead let's go ahead and look for the case that is created out of that, the patient case. So I'm going to go ahead to all probable cases, and we should be able to find one of the same name, which was just created. Yes, so here we have Bill Oliver. This all probable cases list contains all the cases that are of the probable classification. And we're able to go ahead and do case investigation for this case. If we go into there, you'll see that the information was transferred over from the contact. So when we go to, for example, this clinical information section, you see that the fever and the chills we selected remain here. So all that information carries over to this new case that we've created. We could also view and record lab results. So here we could click record new lab results, and you're able to add in specimen collection date, the test type, specimen type, lab result, testing lab. All of these are required because that's key information for lab results, and we can add on any labs that become associated with this case later on. Returning to the main screen, all of that, so the converting the contact to a case is one step, and then actually viewing the new case, then case investigators can see that new case showing up in all probable cases, as well as it will be available in all cases. But this next module we'll discuss, which is probable cases pending supervisor review, is only available to supervisors. And this list contains all probable cases that were converted from contacts, and then they need approval from the supervisor. So I'm going to look for our friend Bill again, and upon clicking on him, we'll see a summary of some information and the lab results, registered contacts, and we can continue. And now we will go to the review probable case classification form, which is only available to supervisors. We see some helpful information for the supervisor, and we can choose to either accept and approve, saying, yes, this does meet the definition for a probable case, or reject. And so if we select approve, we'll just be able to submit the form, and all is well, and it'll no longer be in this pending supervisor review case list. But if we select reject, we actually have a lot of end-of-form navigation options. We can actually convert it back to a contact, and what this will do, so if it has tested negative, we might want to do this. It will close this new patient case that was created and reopen the original contact case. We could also just register the contact without an index case, or we can close this new patient record that was created. Both of these will redirect us to the other forms that do this, so the close the patient record form, or maybe it's not actually a probable case, but a suspect case. And here we can link to what the different definitions are for suspect, probable, and confirmed, but we have a lot of options at the end of this form to pick from. But let's assume that we approve this. We will then have this new case ready to go to be acted upon by case investigators, and that old contact that we originally had will be closed, and investigation will not need to proceed for it. Thank you for watching. For additional support, you can visit the website linked in the slide.